everybody, I'm Live's Nick Baumgartner here alongside basketball beat writer Brendan Quinn. Michigan, big win today, Brendan. Obviously, 70-67 over number 3 Maryland. Biggest win of the year for the Wolverines. Had to have it tonight. Got it from two juniors, Derek Walton and Zach Irvin, who, as we've said before, they have been begging them to do this. Finally, without Karis LeVert tonight, the two juniors delivered.
You kind of saw in a span of 5 days what players like that can mean to a team that is just desperately looking for upperclassmen leadership and for guys to make the winning plays when it's needed, with Karis LeVert and Spike Albrecht both sitting on the bench. And John Beilein said it tonight. It's that kind of feeling of here we go again. Well, you need guys like that to step up, and it can't just be Duncan Robinson chucking threes. You got to have guys actually making plays and taking it off the bounce and doing it on both ends. You could say for the production that Walton and Irvin had down the stretch, that their defense on the other side just as valuable. Derek Walton on Melo Trimble, All-American point guard. You had Zach Irvin banging down there with Robert Carter and Diamond Stone, just these monsters who he should not, in theory, be guarding. But he did it, and he did it admirably. He got beat up a little bit, but someone's got to get down there and do it, and he's at least willing.
And I said this earlier before we screwed the video up. I had to reshoot it because it's our second take. But to me, it seemed like tonight this was a moment for Walton and Irvin to where they seemed to sort of understand that their stamp now, their signature was on this win. They were the ones who delivered. They're the guys who were recruited at one time to come in here and do this. And now for the first time, I think they've started to understand that, like, if we're going to win or lose, especially if LeVert's not going to be out there, it's got to be us that do it. And it seemed like maybe this could have been a moment for those two guys. We'll see if it carries over, but sure. Did you get the same sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have understood it.
Yeah,
they did it, doing it. And that's being obviously the hardest part. Those guys, they were to blame for the loss to Purdue, and they had to kind of shoulder that thing, and then they didn't come out for the press conference and all that stuff, but. That was it. Those are the questions John Beilein fielded. How can you win a game like this without your two guys doing what you need them to do? And now tonight was the exact opposite. This team needs someone to look to when it's 54-54 and you just blew a 13-point lead like that, like it happened tonight, and say, well,
somebody's got to do something.
Someone's got to do it. Yeah. And they did. And that's big.
Those are the guys that you're wanting to look at. I mean, those are the guys that you brought them here to do this.
Right.
They're juniors. Time to go. Excuse me. Big picture. Obviously, this is the first real signature win of the year for Michigan.
Yeah.
Certainly will be all year. Maryland's a very good basketball team. They'll bounce back, obviously, from this. The type of game that if you're on the bubble on Selection Sunday, this gets you in the tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, Maryland's going to win 14 or 15 games in the Big Ten. They're going to be a 2 seed or a 3 seed or whatever. Very, very good, and they're going to. Yeah, you're right. They're going to win a lot. This is a red letter win for Michigan, and I think more than anything, it is still early January. This is a really difficult 3-game stretch that Michigan's in right now. I've said it before that they could lose all 3 and still make it into the tournament. They could still win 10 games in the league and sweat their way in on Selection Sunday. But you win this game. When I was asking Zach Irvin about it, you could kind of feel the air coming off of him, just kind of just breathing and saying, yeah, we got one. After not just losing to Xavier, Connecticut, SMU, and Purdue, but just getting dump trucked and not even looking like you were in the same league. So they stepped up tonight, and I don't know if I'd say it's a statement win and things like that, but they had to have it, and they got it right.
Well, that'll do it from here tonight. Michigan travels back on the road for another one that they could certainly use at Iowa on Sunday. Brendan will be there to cover that. In the meantime, we'll see you guys later.